what a matchup we have for you. Part of what makes this the best sport in the world, a rivalry game. A time where no matter what the record or the season outlook, a win in this one solves all problems and gets you those valuable bragging rights. Welcome to Camp Randall Stadium, home to the Wisconsin Badgers. As we'll see a squad from the Big Ten, the Nebraska Cornhuskers, taking on a participant from the playoff last year, the Wisconsin Badgers. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. And the Badgers will put total weather to crank us up. That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. They challenge this crowd to bring the energy, and I'd say they're doing that. They'll go to the ground. Got the first down and more. They've got him down at the 40 after he ripped off 15 yards. The Huskers will hustle to the line. Wants to throw. It's Raiola. Got it in the middle. It's Knowles.
Not difficult, not complicated, but early in the game, get in that rhythm. Find that timing with the wide receiver so you're set up for success. Then you go attack deep later on.
This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They'll get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
This crowd, full throat, spreading the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. They'll move the chains. Good execution on third down. They've got it at the 41. He might have expected to see this DB up in his receiver's kitchen. Instead, nice little zone, and they pick up the first.
Man, offenses are getting so good, Reese, at seeing the holes in the zone, knowing you're in zone, knowing where to sit down, how to make it an easy pitch and catch for the quarterback, and that's what it was on third and short.
They're dealing with a second and long. Looking to fire. Throws for the tight end. Working the middle. Brings him down at the 27-yard line. It's a pickup of 15 and a first down for this offense. They'll give it to the back. He's stopped after a 1-yard pickup at the 25. Now, I know you two never faced off against each other in an actual rivalry game other than the Thanksgiving morning turkey bowl. But knowing you two the way I do and the way you know each other, Jesse, what would you have done to try to throw Pollack off a little bit on a stage like this?
In our opening 10-play script, I would have had David Pollack cut blocked, maybe even double-team high-low, chop blocked on every single play early.
Which is illegal, you bum. That's fine. That's fine. You know what? I guess in retaliation to that, we would have just roughed the passer over and over, taking the 15-yard penalty. That's what's fun about this, Reese. It's petty. It's sometimes it crosses the line of dirty, but that's why rivalries are so fun.
To the air, it's Raiola. A little release to the back. Trying to hit him with a quick game on first down, and nothing doing there. Now second and goal, and right in the teeth of this noise. Looking to throw again. Back's got it. Crisp execution in the passing game, and they've got it down to the 3.
I like the aggressiveness by this defense. You've got to play tight on the wide receivers. There's not a lot of space on the field. You've got to be aggressive, and you've got to make tackles.
They'll try to pass it in on 3rd and goal. Touchdown, Huskers! And they have the first points of the game.
Man, great first drive by this offense. Capped off, 3rd and goal situation. A lot of times thinking run, run. They got a perfect play scripted. Take advantage of the defense, get the passing touchdown, and get this party started right.
They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive. And they finish it up with a 3-yard scoring toss. And that was not what they had in mind as the kickoff sails out of bounds. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Offense working from the pistol. Power football with the run. There he goes! And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on 1st down and set up a short yardage on 2nd down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on 2nd down.
He's knocked out of bounds. They'll mark it at the 44.
This is an offense that really relies on its running game on that 2nd down call, giving it to the back, letting him find a way to go get it first.
From the 44-yard line, the offense snaps it on 1st down. Going to the running game. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on 1st down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
They'll leave it with him. Able to squeeze out a couple on the play. It's down at the 35.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Smith wants to throw. He's got his man, makes the grab. Offenses gain momentum with 3rd down conversions like that. They've got it at the 25. The Badgers are on the move. Wants to throw on 1st down. Finds his man. It's Dupree. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab.
Yeah, and I think you've just seen how the quarterback has so much confidence in this guy catching the ball too, right? Receivers aren't open, tight ends aren't open. He knows he can find him running out of the backfield, or if he lines up at wide receiver, this dude can get open, and he can make positive things happen after he has the ball.
From the red zone, it's Dupree. They get him down, but he was driving his way and gets it down to the 7-yard line. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Handoff to the single running back. And he'll finish the run at the end zone. Touchdown, Badger!
The offense goes as he goes, so really no surprise in the opening drive. They keep feeding him the football. He showed you all of his ability on that TV.
And they move on top with the extra point, 7-6. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. It bounds through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They'll run it from the gun. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Now the pitch. They'll finally make the tackle, but that option was executed to perfection. And the Huskers want to crank the tempo. Back to throw, it's Raiola. Now he's going to break the pocket. Trying to make magic on the scramble. And he will wisely scamper out of bounds. No need to take unnecessary hits.
And that's a really good job by this defense, because remember, when the quarterback runs, now you got an extra blocker, because he's not just hanging it off and standing there, and they still did a good job at the point of attack, kind of strung it along and made him run out of bounds.
And the ball is free on the pitch. Everybody needs a little luck, and the offense just got it by falling on that fumble.
Man, those are backbreakers. Defensively, you get so excited. You force the fumble, I'm going to get a turnover, and the offense falls off.
Lots of time left and ready to go back at it here in the second quarter. So they go back to work after the break, and it is third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Puts it out of the air. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one. They're willing to gamble. Let's see if it pays off. 4th and short from the 42. It's dropped. And oh, what a tough way to end this drive. And they are stopped on 4th down. That decision will be questioned. Here comes the Wisconsin offense to go back to work. How about the way they attacked the last time they had the ball, mixing run and pass and winding up in the end zone, Jesse?
That's why recruiting is so important. They've got weapons at every skill position on the field. Any of these guys is dangerous if they touch the football. Let's see what they do on this drive, David.
And so, Palmer, I got to take away something. I can't let them have everything and have success. I got to be aggressive against the run or play for the pass. I can't give them everything.
The give to the back. They went right back to him, and this time the defense was all over him. Nothing to show for that run.
Great job of contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened there.
Smith dropping to pass. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down.
And this offense stays aggressive and they pass the football. I think you can always look back and say, 3rd and short, I'd love for you to run it, be the more physical team. But nice job sticking up and bowing their necks for this defense.
Boy, if they don't convert this 4th down, there will be questions to be answered. They'll move the wide receiver. On 4th down, they'll throw for it. Hauls it in, the first down and more. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
Wow, and that was just a bang-bang play. On that 4th down, the coverage was tight. QB had his receiver. He knew where he wanted to go with it, but the only way that ball gets completed is if he puts a little extra mustard on it, and he shows you the arm talent on the throw.
The give to the single back. There to stop him after a pickup of 1 to the 22.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. They go right back to him. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
They've got a ways to go on 3rd down from the 24 as this defense tries to force him into a field goal try. From the gun, wants to pass. On the move, he fires. Touchdown, Wisconsin! A great catch and run for 6.
quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge. And also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times, touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. That fourth down gamble didn't pay off on the last drive, and it led to giving up the scoring drive. And the quarterback goes down. There is a penalty flag on the field, but I think the defense might have the option just to take this play. Let's see what they've got on second down. On the move, it's Paul. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. The Cornhuskers racing to the line in a hurry up. Back to pass, it's Raiola. Just a little off. Incomplete.
You know, on a third and short like that, you just have to have great chemistry between the quarterback and his receiver. They just couldn't get on the same page. Now it's a fourth down.
Despite failing earlier on fourth down, they will try again here. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Another interception. That's number 17 on the year.
And some defensive backs just have a way of finding the football. He's starting to develop that. His third interception on the season, just has a good feel for playing that spot in the back end.
And Wisconsin has its offense back on the field. They've come out smoking with touchdowns on each of their first two drives, and they're back to work now. The give to the tailback. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Running back searching for a hole.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
And the Badgers lining up, just needing a few tough inches on third down. To the ground to try to move the chains. He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot him at the 24-yard line.
Well, this offense is sending a little bit of a message here. Of course, we know how much they've struggled on third down all season long. They're just never able to seem to get into a rhythm. But after that last running play, moving the sticks, you just wonder what that does for their confidence.
They'll run it from the gun. Really good running, gets it into the red zone, and they'll have it at the 16. We've reached the 2-minute timeout. We've got a tight one, and they'll try to build on the lead before going to the locker room. The Badgers can really attack on this 2nd and short. The run from the shotgun. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, you see the defense make a big play there in the RPO, and they're doing it because they're starting to load the box. If you're the play caller offensively, you might want to think about having your quarterback keep the ball and then try to throw it downfield.
Off the RPO, quick throw to the right. Picks up enough to give them 1st and 10 from the 11.
That is so deflating on defense, too, because in your own red zone, third down, you need to make a stop. You know they're going to throw to the weapon at tight end, but it's one thing to draw it up on the blackboard. It's another thing to go execute and prevent that guy from catching the ball. He's so big. He's so athletic. You could have the perfect play call on, and he's still picking up the first.
He let that thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Defense showing plenty of pre-snap movement of their own. Smith wants to throw. Pressure coming. He just threw that one away. Nobody was getting open. He had to live to fight another play in the red zone. It'll be third down.
Know the situation, know the game of football, right? When I start to get outside the pocket, I don't see anything there, I can throw the ball away. I don't have to take a sack, get a lost yardage play. I can just throw the ball out of bounds as long as it passes the line of scrimmage. We go on to the next down. No harm, no foul.
Just keep slinging it. Going for 6. And he was shooting for the end zone there, and they couldn't make the completion.
This is a disappointing drive for the offense, considering where this drive started in their opponent territory. Now you're 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
It's good. Easy call for the refs. And that will extend their lead even further.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
They take over late and they have enough time to put together a drive. They'll run it to the right. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line?
It's definitely too early to panic, but there's some bad feelings going on for this offense right now. You're way down on the scoreboard. I know we're still in the first half, but after that last play, it's pretty obvious. You can't run the ball. You're becoming a one-dimensional offense at a time when you need to be able to score some points. So either get it done through the air or you've got to be more physical up front.
Offense rushing to the line of scrimmage. Clock is stopped for the first down. They'll try to get it off quickly. Looking downfield, it's Raiola. Fires to the big fella. No chance to run, but still a good gain. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. That last completion sets them up on second down. To the ground with the back. And this one will be stopped for no gain. They're at their fastest tempo trying to get off this third down play. The give to the back. Gets it past the first down marker and still running. They convert on third down as he gets it to the 46-yard line. The Huskers are in the hurry-up. Wants to go up top on first down. Caught over the middle. It's Knowles. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Looking downfield, and time is running short. Fires to the wideout. It is incomplete, and now there are 4 seconds remaining.
Hey, when you speed quarterbacks up like this, and you hurry their thought process, they're going to make mistakes. That was a mistake there. Throwing into double coverage, obviously not something you want to do. Could have been worse. Nice job by the defense.
He'll be brought down at the 41-yard line, not close to the line to gain, and it's 4th down. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. And the Huskers will kick it away to crank up the second half. bringing it out. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Okay, here comes the Wisconsin offense onto the field. Let's go! Let's go! Might be changing the route. Smith dropping to pass. Makes the catch. It's Jones. He'll move it up to the 37-yard line, and it'll be a first down.
The defense has got to be able to make a play at some point here in the second half. You're down 2 possessions. You need to steal a possession badly. You need to have a takeaway. The coverage is going to have to be way tighter than on that last throw. Otherwise, this offense is just going to go up and down the field.
Quarterback moving. He's going to run it. He stepped out of bounds right at the 45-yard line, and now they're starting to put things together.
And this is the hard part about being on defense and choosing whether to be conservative or bring the blitz. They bring the blitz, he sees it, and that's what he does really well. Sees it and immediately makes a decision, gets to some green grass, and gets a positive gain for this offense.
They're looking to throw on second and short. Quick completion on the out route. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down.
It's a nice play call there. You've got 2-possession lead. You're trying to keep the defense guessing, right? Because you've got that lead, they know you're going to run it, but you still have got to be able to sprinkle in some shot plays and some vertical throws. That was really, really good thinking on that last play call by the offense.
And some room to work.
Well, the QB decided to keep it on that one. And listen, if you had his athleticism, you'd want to keep it too. Almost every time they run these types of option plays. But he's just going to have to do a good job of understanding when to hand it off, when to pitch it, and try to keep this defense on their heels and read his keys. He's got a lot of talent. Just got to make sure he's making the right decisions moving forward.
They'll go to work in the air on second down. And with not much doing downfield, he found his parents open in the stands and threw it to them.
Good decision by the QB. You're outside the pocket. You're trying to find an open target. No one's open. Throw it away and live to play another day.
They couldn't make the connection on second down. Now a 3rd and 7 to keep the drive alive. Smith wants to throw. Steps away. He'll try to do it himself. Nifty little scamper on this one. Enough for the first down, and he slides in safely.
And these are the ones that they just add up, and they're so frustrating for a defender. Trust me, I'm a defensive guy. It's just annoying. You get him in 3rd and medium. They're going to pass the football. You play the pass well, but man, does he have a good feel, and he just pulls it down, and it's almost like he knew exactly where he had to get. Smart scramble. Nice job getting the first down.
Give to the running back. Makes it past the marker. Headed to the end zone. Touchdown, Badger! And they take it in for 6 more points. They want to finish the season strong, and man, are they doing that here in this Week 11 performance. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Gentlemen, want to jump in and let you know what's going on in this top 25 showdown. NC State is just getting blown off the field today. This has been a gong show since the opening kick. How does something like this happen? They're trailing by 16 to Georgia Tech. Never know what's going to happen in the ACC, and we'll circle back if anything develops. Fellas?
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. He's in open space downfield. Crosses the 30 to the 31, a 6-yard gain.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
The Cornhuskers in a good spot here with 2nd and short. This time the defense was ready, and they stop him in his tracks.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
every journey begins with a step. This offense needs to step into a third down conversion and then try to turn it into some scores, and fast. He didn't even have a chance to get back to the line. What a job by this defensive front.
Man, the momentum is squarely on their side right now. It's starting to feel like they're running away with this one. They scored a touchdown their last time out. Now on this drive here in the third quarter, the defense makes a massive play against the run, creating a negative play. They've got the opponent going backwards.
The Huskers will come to the line to convert on fourth down. They'll move the tight end. On fourth down, he'll try to toss it. Catch in the middle, it's Jackson. Turns out to be an easy conversion for this offense as they move the chains on fourth down. And the Huskers come to the line in the hurry-up. The definition of four-down territory has changed over the last few years. It extended into their own territory there.
Anywhere, everywhere, just look at the card, right? That card's supposed to tell us what to do, but maybe I'll go for it anyways. This offense took a little bit of a gamble, but they get the first down. Nothing to worry about, Reese.
Now on second down. The give to the back. Got the first down and still on his feet. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. The Cornhuskers are moving quickly down the field. To the air, it's Raiola. Gets it out fast. And he'll have to check his fillings after that lick, but he did get the first down. Down to the 18-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Tight end now in motion. From the red zone, looking for a receiver. Quarterback needs to make a better throw there. Incomplete.
This is a situation here in the third quarter this offense did not want to be in, facing a top 10 defense, one of the best units in the entire country. They didn't want to get down on the scoreboard like this and all of a sudden have to throw the football when the defense knew that was going to happen. The incompletion there is not a big surprise. This defense knows what's coming, and it's all because of the points right now on the scoreboard.
1st and goal and a great opportunity to slice into this lead. They'll try to get it in with the run. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Great job by the defense that time, bowing up. You're on your own goal line, so you've got to be great against the run, and they forced that ball to go to the outside, use their speed to bring the ball carrier down.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Wants to go up top. Got it behind the line. It's Jackson. And he slips the first defender and picks up a handful of yards.
Nice job by the defense, forcing the 3rd and goal. You can't allow any run after catch in these situations. Play aggressive, play tight, and play physical.
If this defense can come up with a stop here, they will take a giant step toward winning this game. They're going to throw it on 3rd and goal. And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line.
All right, nice job, defense. Backs against the wall. You did your job setting up 4th down. Just be careful, though, because this is a team that's shown they can fake field goals. Your guys have to be alert.
It'll be 4th and goal, and it'll be a tough one. Dropping back, it's Raiola. He wants it all. Drop the football, and they'll turn it over on downs. Desperately wanted to convert on 4th down, but couldn't do it.
So many factors go into making the big play in the big moment. Calling the right play, getting protection. You got it all dialed up. It's perfect. And then he does that, drops the ball right in his hands.
And off to Jones. And he was able to pick up a few yards on the ground, and the clock has run out here in the 3rd. As we come to the end of the period, Wisconsin has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. And we're just about ready to go with the final quarter. So the final period starts with a 2nd down play. Trying the left side. Pushes forward for 3 out to the 13.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
You've got a 3rd and manageable backed up in your own end, but convert here and you get some momentum. From the gun, wants to pass. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and 4th down's coming.
And we need more of this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet, haven't sacked him. But this is just as good as a sack. Getting to him, hitting him, letting him feel the physicality of this game, and not letting him feel comfortable.
The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. That last drive was promising at times, but stalled out, and they turned it over on downs, Jesse.
I think they got to do a better job here, just being better early in the downs. On 1st down, finding positive plays.
Yeah, and it's frustrating when you move the football and get stopped on the other side of the field and get no points. But they've had some success, and I like the aggressiveness. They just got to cash some of these drives in.
The Huskers now with a long way to go to pick up the 1st down. Gonna take a shot. Grabs it inside the 15. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Cornhuskers.
This guy is officially a problem. His 2nd receiving touchdown of the game. Nice job by the offense. Dude, if I've got a matchup I like, continue to pick at it until they stop it.
Why not double the try total and go for 2? Motion from the wideout. Looking downfield, it's Raiola. Makes the grab on the left. He's not quite going to get there, and the try for 2 fails, and they are unable to cut into this lead any further. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd.
Set to kick it off.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19.
1st and 10.
Here comes the Wisconsin offense to go back to work. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. One back in the backfield. He gets the carry. Oh, he's got some space. And he picks up a 1st down. That is not a flag on the play. It's just lingerie on the deck after that move. It's 1st and 10 from the 31. On the run, it's Dupree. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line?
And when you're down later in the football game, you got to start taking some chances. And that was a beautiful run blitz. Great job playing the probability, understanding it might be a run to run some clock, and they guess right, and they make a big play for this defense.
They'll try the run. Stuffed on back-to-back plays. He got nothing, and now they're looking at 3rd and long.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next run.
Smith dropping to pass. Under fire. Couldn't find a man and just had to throw it away to avoid a negative play.
And offensively, we know it's hard throwing the ball in 3rd and long situations because the defense can play big zone coverages. They got a lot of guys with their eyes on you, so the QB had no shot there. Nobody open. Nice job not forcing it, not risking a turnover, just throwing it away.
Makes the catch. Wants to make a move upfield. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession.
1st and 10.
And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. A little too anxious along that offensive line. That'll be a false start. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. He leaves it with his back. Out of the crowd, and now he's got room. That may not look like a huge run, but they'll take it as it gets him up to the 24.
I like this idea by the offense going hurry up here. You just had a very nice run. Let's get back up to the line of scrimmage and go fast.
Listen to this place. Oh, man, do they love their Badgers. Third down coming. He'll set up to throw. Trying to set up the screen. And they stop him just short of the stick. It'll bring up a decision on fourth down.
Look, it's a nice gain, but I don't know if it's worth the seconds they're losing on the game clock. In this type of situation, you got to be throwing at least to the first down markers, or you got to be throwing to the sidelines to get out of bounds.
Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the fourth quarter. They'll go breaks into the open. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down. And the Huskers want to pick up the tempo. To throw, it's Raiola.
And a lot of times when you're in your own territory and it's 4th and 1, you see the offense try to draw people off sides. No, sir. They said, we're going to get this thing. We need 1 yard. We got 1 yard. We worked on it all week. They were successful. Nice aggressiveness early in their own territory.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Yeah, they're just going to need more push up front. There was nowhere for that running back to go. The offensive line got moved right back into his lap, and as a result, they lose yards on that play.
The Cornhuskers come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. Bully ball on 3rd and short. He gets it oh so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. On 4th down, going to the air. Here's a heat. And they get to him and sack the quarterback, and they'll stop the drive on downs.
And now you start to feel desperate because down by multiple scores, the clock running out, including 2.5+ minutes left on the clock. I got to do everything great now. I have no margin for error. My defense on this next possession, I have to get a 3 and out. I have to force a turnover. I have to do something to get me back in this ball game right now.
They'll run the ball. The clock is on their side. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. From the gun, the running back looking for room. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
Movement from the linebackers trying to mess with the offensive line's assignments. Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and this offense just a couple of minutes away from putting one in the win column. Big 3rd down play here. If they get a stop, you'll see an immediate timeout. Wide receiver comes in motion. Smith wants to throw. The short hands, it's Thompson. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short. Didn't get enough to move the sticks, but enough to leave them with the decision.
And the defense did a great job understanding the sticks, rallying to the football, getting them on the ground. And you're right, Reese, 4th and short, that means decision time, or for us, green light. Go for it.
Coaching staffs out there would want to go for it on 4th down with the lead here late in the game, but they're going to stay aggressive. They just believe in their own players to go out and execute, and they did it right there.
Gav, any chance in the world this defense has to come up with a stop on 1st and goal. And the quarterback's just going to take a knee. Running out the clock seems to be a mere formality here as they are ready to snap it in victory formation. It's really easy to get caught up in the emotion of a rivalry game. We did, and certainly this was a huge win.
Yeah, and you started, you circled it, you were ready for this team. This is the rivalry you put a lot of stock in all offseason. You're talking about this game in particular. You go out and get the dub. It's a relief because you definitely wanted this team.
And it's bragging rights for everybody, for the coaching staff, for the fans, but how about for the players as well? For another 365 days, you can talk about how you went out, you dominated, and you beat your rival. A lot of these guys are going to go on to the NFL. They'll be in locker rooms next year. They'll be talking about this for a long time.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.